You spend more time with him.
I haven't brought this up yet, but I do have a mini rewrite, quote unquote, that I would just do to make Itadori more likable, as well as just the whole training of any character, or just like the whole verses in general, just more interesting. So, like, in particularly pointing to Yuji's training of watching the movie. Sure, it's like a cool, unique, quirky, fun training that's like, no, I've never seen that before. I don't think it works. How I would have
Yeah.
training in general would be based on this concept. So I think it would be really interesting if, because they use like cursed energy and reverse cursed energy, instead of, because it's like described that sorcerers don't have their cursed energy leak out to create curses like normal people. I would have them train to funnel that, because it's almost like, okay, people, so in Naruto, ninjas make chakra. They just like naturally do it through rest or stamina or whatever, and then they can mold that into ninjutsu or whatever they want. In this case, so I'm not gonna have, okay, Jujutsu sorcery isn't going to just be a limitless thing they can just do seemingly forever or without consequence. It's almost kind of be like Nin, to where it just has consequence embedded into it, or it's limited in a way, to where almost like Sakura's seal, they have a limited amount that they can store up. So sorcerers would train, quote unquote, by actively pursuing things that are just negative for them. So like they would have to endure tragedy, kind of like the Uchiha's method of unlocking the Mangekyo Sharingan. You have to do the one thing you don't want to have happen, and that's how you unlock the power. So I would have a similar idea for Jujutsu Sorcery, which again would be really good for like episode 4, getting us to like Itadori by making him go through something that he doesn't want to do to unlock greater power, as well as more tragic characters like Geto, giving him a reason for him being strong, as well as Gojo, which we can get into later, but I feel like this could be another reason why he is as strong as he is.
You know, so
Okay.
obviously this goes against something Gojo says like very early on when Yuji basically asks, "Oh, do I need to get really anchored?" He's like, "No, no, no, you don't have to do that." But so this obviously would be a rewrite territory, but it could play into the tragedy of Gojo's strength even more, as well as Sukuna's. I know not everyone likes the idea of Sukuna having a tragic backstory, but like at the very least, his strength could correlate to tragedy if you wanted to go that route. And so it's giving like a dark side to strength to some extent.
So Darth Vader.
Dark Vader, that's funny. I definitely think so. Like in the Boruto movie, the father-son Rasengan, Boruto looks to Naruto, and I forget exactly what he says, but like, "You've gone through all that?
He
That's
said that,
crazy. I can't
like
imagine
what did
it."
it take to get to this level or something like that.
Exactly. So Itadori can have verbatim the same line about Gojo in this case. What all must have he suffered to get to this level of power? It's something like that. I like this as a
Okay.
concept.
Okay,
Really
I'm
like
so
I
sorry,
guess
guys, but I'm gonna go. I'm really tired.
That's the same.
Okay, good
okay.
night. Bye.
Nighty night.
Okay.
Um so and like with that in mind, that could just play further into like Gato's. It's almost like Gato's plan, while it creates suffering, it's like literally like all the sorcerers like just straight up have suffering. That's why they exist. And so it's like, you know, I guess it gives them slightly more of a point because it's just like, yeah, dude, like we're suffering. That's why we are the way we are. So let's end this already, kind of thing.
I think it would also be interesting on Geto's perspective as well, because regardless of sorcerers, he wants to kill humanity, but in fact, this isn't even a rewrite. This is just in the story. He wants to kill humanity, but in a way that's like his flaw, hypocrite as well, because in doing so, he would be making humanity suffer, which is the negative thing that's spawning curses in the first place. To be fair, it'd be like a temporary thing, but like I think you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, it would be an interesting thing to play with.